Hi everyone. We're back up here messing with the 53 this evening. I'll show you some of the stuff that we've got done and show you some of the stuff that we're gonna do, but we're gonna walk over there. All right, we've pulled the cab back up and cut the frame so that way it had clearance for the radiator. Boxed it all back in on both sides. The mounts are welded. This is the square tubing that I was talking about on the last one that we couldn't see when the cab was down with the plates. We had put the tabs off the front of it so that way it bolts down to the frame. So the body mounts is good. So now we're working on the floor, and you got your cab brace that was solid, and then your cab brace that was solid there. So we cut it with a grinder down the edge, welded this tube in on that side, welded one in on this side, put a temporary, this will come back out. This is just so when we cut everything, it would hold everything together still. And right here, that's where it stopped factory on both sides, and found this piece of scrap hat channel shaped stuff and welded it in. So it's a solid cross member there. Floor is good back here. So we cut it right in front of the brace, so that way it'll do away with this hump and everything under the seat. But we've got it cut all the way around now, but the floor still won't come up. But I think it's the seat frame where it's attached back there. So we're getting ready to let it down so we can finish taking that out. And then when all this is out and my stuff marked, we'll cut a piece of tubing, run it across. So this welded in, then put our ties back forward for the tunnel. And then we'll do 2 ties back. So then that way where the seats are at, it's got stability so the floor don't clunk or nothing like that. But we're gonna let it down and get the seat bottom out so that way we can take the lower floor out. All right, we rolled the frame outside. I showed you the pieces that we put on the side and the stuff that we put in there, but we got it all that cut out now. Still got to clean all of that up to the firewall because we're gonna replace all that. And then on that side, I'm gonna actually have to do a little piece. Well, I call it firewall, but the lower piece of the firewall, I guess, where your feet go. I had to replace that section of it there too. So it'll be the strip. It's like on this side, but then we'll have to do on that side and a little bit on the bottom of the kick panel there. But that's most of it cut out. There's a lot of the pieces that's cut out of it. But just giving you a little update. I finished getting that stuff cut out, and then we're gonna measure and put our brace that welds from here. It goes across, so that way it's got this crossbar, and then we'll tie from there back on both sides of it. But when we get these cut out and that brace, when we gotta do them, we'll be right back. All right, we're back under the truck. You've seen them pieces we put in. We cut the floor out, put cross one in, and then tied back. So that was the original pieces there, and there was a little piece of angle here, but we tied it in with the square tubing. Still got to run a flapper and clean up some stuff. But so now it's all tied in, so it's solid. Still have to cut that little bit of rust out and the lower section of the firewall right here. All this is solid. That's just the rubber stuff on it, but you start getting right in here. So I'm gonna cut it across, and it's pretty rough right there still too. So this I'm gonna cut up and take this little piece out anyway. So probably just gonna cut a straight line across, because you can see the whole bottom of it. But then, you know, same over here. It's all good there. So that section, and then, you know, I'll just stop here when I'm plating it, and then we'll box in a little piece of angle or something up here. I got this small angle because I run out of tubing. So I'm going to do a little bit of, I don't know if I'm gonna do a little measuring. I don't know if I'm gonna go straight in line here with these braces back, so that way, you know, you ain't just got this big gap where the seat's at that way. I mean, you know, I'm putting pretty thick sheet metal anyways, but I'm gonna do another brace, so then it'll be easier to tie the seat down, make the seat more secure. And, you know, we'll tie it into this brace that we put back here, so that way make it all solid. I am right now though stopping on that for a minute. I've unbolted and pulled the radiator out, so this is just the intercooler. I got the radiator laying right there. I'm getting ready to do the same thing that y'all seen me do on the 67. And I'm gonna put two 16-inch electric fans on here for clearances. I'm gonna set this one on the driver's side all the way close to the top, and one on the passenger side close to the bottom. Because, you know, gearbox and stuff here, we got clearance, but want to double make sure that I don't screw it up, because the fan will be roughly in here, at least about that many cores that it don't blow through. So we'll stagger them, so then that way this fan will blow through them cores and this fan will blow through the ones up here. But I'm gonna get them mounted. I ain't gonna show you mounting them again because we done mount them. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna get them mounted, get the radiator back in the truck, and then get that piece of angle cut and put in, so that way we can start working a little bit on the firewall and floor here. And I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and fix all that now, or if I'm going to, once I got the floor all framed up and the radiator in it, go ahead and mount it back to the frame, and then while it's down, when it's not on lift, where I can roll it back and really get in and out the doors good, then do the floors. I don't know what order I'm gonna do that in, but I'm gonna get some stuff done and we'll be back. All right, got the pieces angle in, like this time a second ago. For the floor, there was holes in the end of the tube, put a little piece of plate, welded around it on both sides. Focus, so that way them holes wasn't there. Mounted the fans, put the radiator back up there. I blowed the radiator out, it was super nasty. Got it where the fins and all look better through it. Mounted the fans. I took this in, done the same thing on the 67. It was tie wrapped over here, so it's facing the wrong direction. And I'm out of little tie wraps because I'll tie it back to this one, so that way they meet in the middle. And I'll have them both run together that way. But just hang that up like that so it don't get pinched. Them tabs are tacked in. Tomorrow we're gonna try and weld them out so that way they're there, and get all this cut out and patched so that way it's all good and ready for flooring. And we're gonna clearance right here a little bit because the transmission, it barely touches it right there, so we'll notch it out. But that's pretty much the whole floor's framed up and welded in. Got to sand on it a little bit and then put some plate on it. That's probably all gonna be on this video. Probably ain't gonna do nothing else on this, and this probably gonna end it. I know we didn't get a whole lot accomplished on this video. Been a little slacking on the videoing and stuff, but hopefully on the next video we got the cab back on this frame and the floors and stuff starting to get all them in and everything. But that's gonna do it on this video, and we'll see you on the next one.